Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Music Monday. Thank you so much for joining us. We know that it has been a crazy, treacherous Monday because it's Monday, but that's why you're here, and that's why you're here with us, as well as Mick Familiar.
How's it going, y'all? Mike Familiar here for Music Mondays. How y'all doing?
Can you introduce our next guy?
So our second co-host up tonight is Irek Savage, rapper, producer, video game developer, mixing engineer. He's got a bag. It's full.
Is that true? Is that true? You got a bag?
Yes, I have a bag. I'm a male.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Mail bag? Like a mail bag?
Like a postman?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Music Mondays.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Let us bring up. Okay, we need some drum roll. We need some enthusiasm. We need some. All right, here we go. We got Coda.
What's going on?
Welcome.
Hello, Coda. Welcome to Music Monday. Before we get into it, how would you want to introduce yourself to us?
I don't want to introduce myself.
Okay.
This is your show.
All right. You're like, I put your. Yeah, you're in charge. I was about to say something bad.
Hey.
Okay, so let us go into it. You know what? We're just going to get right to the squeeze. We're going to show a music video by Coda, a.k.a. Absent with Love. Before I show the video, I want to know, Irek, ask the question. Go ahead.
All right. We know you as Coda. Can you explain the moniker AWOL, Absent Without Love?
Loaded question, but yes, I can explain it. So, Absent Without Love became my moniker after I joined the military. And I was just, at that time, I was just writing for people and producing. I wasn't myself an artist yet, but I was pretty well known in my area for like the songs that I produced and wrote. So everybody just called me AWOL. And then after a while, I kind of realized like, well, that's kind of my life mission. Absent Without Love, coming from a background that's seeped in, biblical teachings and stuff. Without love, we're nothing. So we can do all of these things that are great. And if we're not putting everything into it, we're not putting our full selves into it, then it's not, you know what I mean? It's what did you get out of it? So that's really been my life mantra the whole time, even before I was in the military. So that's where the double moniker kind of happened.
I dig it. Thank you for your service.
Definitely, it was a good.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Irek, tell her about your experience. How you broke into service?
I'm also a veteran. I did my time in the Army as well. Yeah.
You are in or you were in?
I were in. I got out. Veteran. So yeah, I did my time. I got out.
Cool.
Kind of like that's where the Iraq comes from. It's like a play on words, like Iraq, but Iraq.
Gotcha.
Because I did do a tour in Iraq, and then I did some tours in Afghanistan as well. So yeah.
I feel like.
Dang. I be knowing stuff about you.
We're here to bring out different.
I know about Savage. Why do you call it Iraq? And then I never thought to ask. Now I know. All right. Okay. This is good. Now that we got everybody here.
It's not even that like I never thought to ask. It's just like, not everybody likes to talk about their service and their time. So, like that's just kind of the thought that I lead with. And if there is any sharing that takes place, then yeah, cool.
Agreed. Yeah. I feel that.
Thank you for that. Because, sometimes we do get bombarded with questions. questions, and it's like it's not.
Yeah, it's like
Not
your
that-
home. Like
Yeah.
that's the main vibe, your home. I'm touching land that I know. I can go down to the grocery store and get ingredients for burritos. I don't have to like finagle like anymore. I'm home. Like,
Right.
you know, that's what most people are thinking, you know. So
Mhm.
I want to get that one, but I don't get that one. But I
Dolly's like, what y'all smoking?
Natural delics.
Natradelics. Stay woke or not, we endorse Natradelics, obviously. You know, you got to get out of your mind to get in your mind. What?
mhm.
I find it very interesting that both of you, I realize how, Iraq with Iraq and then, AWOL with kind of your experience, how both your military background has played in a part in your life. And then all in all with how you want people to perceive you with the music that you do. Now it makes sense. I like it when things make a sense.
Right.
Okay, what else is gonna make sense is the music video. Yeah, you hear? You agree?
Yeah.
I hope so. We're doing it. Okay, we meaning you and me. Okay. All right, here we go. We are going to be sharing Coda's music video, Masquerade. All right, guys, if we could just mute our mics, let's do this. Okay. So excited. All right. I'm going to shut up as well. That's going to be a hard thing to do. Okay. And
that day we first locked eyes, I knew it all along, girl. You said you weren't like other bras, and first I thought you proved me wrong, cause you were so charming, yeah. You swept me off my feet, you played me very well. I thought you were oh so sweet. You played the game, I couldn't see past your masquerade. Never again will I make that mistake. I played the fool, and I can't believe myself for you. I just can't believe I thought that you were the one for me. I can't believe myself for you. I just can't believe I thought that you were the one for me. I can't believe myself for you. Now the fact's been proven. Things aren't always what they seem. Cause you were my everything. Thought that you were the girl of my dreams. Didn't know you were, and it was shared with you. Should've known it was all too good. Way too good for it to be true. You played the game, I couldn't see past your masquerade. Never again will I make that mistake. I played the fool, and I can't believe myself for you. I just can't believe I thought that you were the one for me. I can't believe myself for you. I just can't believe I thought that you were the one for me. I can't believe myself for you. Yeah, you had me going, but now your troubles are finally showing. Yeah, you had me going, but now your troubles are finally showing. Cause you played my heart, I already knew. I can't believe I still fell for you. Cause you played my heart, I already knew. I can't believe I still fell for you, baby. Yeah,
that was Masquerade by Absent Without Love. Can we get an applause? Hello. Thank you. Yeah.
We gotta get you sound effects.
I know.
Need a soundboard.
I depend too much on real interaction. You know, I have a soundboard right here, but I like to get us to do stuff, you know.
Everybody
So that mask just screams anti-hero. Like that, the black mask screams anti-hero.
But that's really who I am as a person. So it's funny you say
Yeah,
that. Like,
Yeah, that's just the first thing I thought of. I'm like,
I was just talking
Okay.
with my friends actually yesterday, and we were talking about like how I am somewhere between like the Punisher, Harley Quinn, and like Deadpool. So
Damn.
yeah, that.
Villains are better, man. Anti-heroes and villains are better, man.
I mean, it's not even just the fact that I feel like heroes and villains they put themselves in boxes and then they're like, I have to. I feel like when you're doing shit out of obligation. Can I curse on here? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Natural delics. Go ahead. Natural.
Okay, cool. No, like when you're doing stuff out of obligation or because you feel like you have to fulfill this role. Again, coming back to my moniker. If that's not really what you're feeling, then like you need to be true to you. So if I know that truth in me is saying you're gonna have to go against the grain right now, like people might like you, but eventually, like you know what you need to do in order for the betterment of everything to happen. And so I find myself in a lot of those positions, and it's not easy to make that decision that might be not so accepted. But you know, if you understand truth and you understand that things change all the time, then you won the game. Like,
Wait, I have a question because I was in this play where I was the evil, like I was the evil person, killed the zombies, and then I got bored with everybody and then brought back the good guy. Was I the anti-hero?
if you brought back the good guy,
You're just a
that's
chaotic
it.
neutral.
You're
You're just like, if you're a villain who kills everybody and brings back the good guy and everybody, then you're chaotic neutral or something like that.
I
Like
can't
what?
be an anti-hero. I want to be on the anti-hero
I mean,
ship.
Sound like a bored god. Like
yeah,
you
like a
say
bored
yes.
guy. Yeah,
I sound like what?
a
a
bored
bored
god.
god. A
You
god
killed
that's bored.
everybody and then you brought them back. Like oh shit, I'm bored. Let me bring everybody back.
Okay,
That sounds like
fine. I never thought I would be a bored god, but apparently I can't get anti-hero to save my life. Fuck all y'all. All right, you guys know I'm kidding. Come on. You know my jokes. Okay. All right, Mick, take the next question for us.
When did you first discover your passion for music?
I think my parents said I was like 3 years old singing full church songs. Like Speak to My Heart, I guess, was like the first song that I like sang the whole song through, like before I was even reading. And so they were like, she likes music. And by the time I was like 10, I was playing the drums and the piano and singing. But at that time, I didn't realize that it was a option for it to be like a career. I feel like, especially back then, like arts weren't really pushed, not in schools, not especially not in Black households.
Hell yeah.
And also, you know, my parents being Pentecostal, music, unless it's church music, it's not really something that they want to push you into pursuing. So, you know.
Interesting.
I definitely can feel that.
Yeah.
All right, what were you going to
definitely.
say while you put your hand up and then you forgot or whatever?
When you were playing the drums and pianos, I'm assuming it was in church. It was all church based stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now I have a question because my friend Janae dealt with this. So we were in high school. We were both punk rockers, and her mom hated anything not Christian, and she would hide her CDs, like hide them. And I remember her mom was going through her room looking for a CD. She hid it under the TV, like move the TV, hid the CD under the. I'll never forget that ever. I was like, you're gonna hide this from your mom to that degree? But you know what? Punk rock, baby. You got to hide the CD. You know what I mean?
Underneath that heavy ass TV.
My first CD that like I got that I had to hide from my parents, I actually got smart. It was the College Dropout first album by Kanye, right? So I had that under Wow Gospel, in the CD player. So like, yeah. So that's how I did that. I hope my parents aren't watching. Even if they are, it's too late. We're over it.
It's too late.
I feel fucking spoiled. I had all them CDs. I just had like the burnt with the name across it. My parents didn't even check.
I think my dad, like, at one point was like, yeah, go download, Netscape or whatever it was, make your own CD compilations. Like, actually, he had an MTV recorder. He would record music videos and mail the VHS to me in LA. No lie.
Oh, that's so.
That's how I found out about Swollen Members, my favorite hip hop band, because my dad had it on a VHS in the East Coast, and I was like, I watched it over. I was like, oh my god, who are these guys? And I was like, I got it on VHS.
Honestly, I feel like because I wasn't supposed to, be immersed in secular music the way that I was. I feel like that's why. Already, I love rhythm. Anything that has like a dope beat to it, you already got me hooked. If there's lyricism involved on top of that, like that's a wrap. Like I want
icing on the cake.
So exactly. So I just felt like because of the fact that I couldn't, how like if you're in a long distance relationship and you really like that person, like you want to see them more. That's how it felt with that music for me. Like
damn, that's a good analogy.
Because that's really what it was. I love music, even if I wasn't singing, if I wasn't like just listening to other people's stories and the way that they artistically like express themselves over like a soundscape to me was just dope.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, shall we go into the next question? Okay, I think we kind of touched on it, but Irek, take this one.
How did joining the National Guard help your music career, or didn't?
Okay, so joining the National Guard, I was able to get a stable job. At the time, I was working with the recruiting command in upstate New York, and I finally had money to, go to a studio, join a music group, and do the things that I wanted to do. Had that not happened, I don't really know. I probably would have given up on this a while ago, because I'm sure you guys know it's expensive. Like this is not. It costs. So
yeah,
money, like DAWs cost money. Studio equipment costs money. Studio time costs money. And if you're not an engineer, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna have to pay for that too. Mixing and mastering, the whole nine. So it definitely gave me a financial stabilization, and just giving me the I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. The experience. There you go. The experience of seeing other people in other walks of life, and understanding that there's more out there. If I didn't join the National Guard, I wouldn't have gone active duty. And going active duty was definitely one of the best decisions I've made in my life. Can
you elaborate on why?
Yes. I was in a dead end. I was working. So prior to me joining the Guard, I was working 3 part-time jobs, and it was rough. I got kicked out of my house. I was going to community college, and obviously they don't have dorms. So I had to figure it out. And I was like, this is not for me. My roommate at the time, he was in the Guard. He was coming off of active duty, actually. And I was like, how are you living so, like, not stressed? Like, I don't understand how you're just going to school and chilling and throwing parties all the time. And I'm literally working every day to the bone. And so it's just like, well, I can call my recruiter. And at that point, like, from where I came from, like, that was just the furthest thing from my mind. It was never even a thought, me going to and after talking to his recruiter, I was like, wait a minute. You mean I don't, like, have to actually go on the front lines and, like, there's other jobs? Yeah. And that's where they got me. I took the ASVAB. I killed it. That's the test that they give you that, like, pretty much tells you what jobs you can get.
Yep.
I joined as an Intel analyst, and eventually, when I reclassed after I went active duty, I went into IT, and so that opened so many doors for everything. Me coming out here wouldn't have happened had I not, did the thing that I did, going active duty, and then getting the IT gig that I got in Germany, which put my resume over the top. And then I come out here, and you already know how it is, Dahlia. It's expensive as hell. So having that cybersecurity job in the aerospace industry really helped me get on a battle rhythm for music, and really like give myself the time and money to really pursue it. And so that's how everything, honestly, that's when everything really started to take off.
That's
Yeah, that's I definitely can relate to that, because I essentially did the same thing. I did, my dumb ass volunteered to do extra cool guy shit. I mean, it makes for good stories, but looking back, I wish I would have took something more like behind the desk.
Mhm.
But yeah, I did the exact same thing. That's how I was able to purchase my first DAW, my first computer for music, get my mics, and then it paid for me to go to school for music. So like, yeah, definitely, I understand that grind for real.
100%. And okay, that question, I don't know if it's gonna come up, but I didn't even know that on the GI Bill they paid for art school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another buddy of mine that was in Germany with me, he was in the Air Force. He came out here a couple months before I did, and same thing. How are you living so not stressed? Same question. And he was like, "Oh, I go to school," and I was like, it still didn't click until I saw on his story on IG, that like he's at music school. And so I hit him up. I was like, "Is that the school you're going to?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Just the video." He was like, "Send them in your video and your bio, and you're gonna get in." So I did, and I did. So that's how that happened.
We need our own radio show. I thought this was the radio show. In case it's not the radio show, Sky, it's the radio show. This is the show. Okay, very cool. I'm glad I got to ask that question. Now, I realize I didn't write it down, but I should ask it now. Are you more, like, with your kind of development, was it more a singer-songwriter, and then you go into producing? Or are you more of a producer, or like, how does that look?
I only started singing because there was nobody reliable to sing my songs. Like,
I don't trust you. There's something about you that's just not me, and these are my words. So no.
Ain't that facts?
That's why I started rapping. Like, fuck.
Like, you're not hitting, or not even just. I would find amazing singers. Okay, the thing that tipped me over going active duty was I was working with this duo. It was a rapper and a male R&B vocalist, and we actually were getting looked at by an indie label that was backed by Sony. And so we went in for the meeting, and the R&B vocalist did not show up. So of course the label head was like, absolutely not. Like, if he can't even come to the meeting that's supposed to change his life, there's no way. And we had gotten a stand-in for him that day too, and he was still like, no. So it was at that point I was like, clearly nobody else is as serious about this as I am, so I'm just gonna do me. And that's what I did.
Okay, but you've been singing since you were young, and then like you weren't really afraid of it or something, and then all of a sudden you're like,
no. Okay, so after after I thought that just music wasn't gonna be a thing, I kind of just let it go. Basketball was always the ticket that everybody around me expected.
Love and Basketball? Love that movie.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow. I mean,
Sports goes over Dahlia's head sometimes. Just
okay.
to let you know.
That's fine. That's okay. Because honestly, in boy band, that's most of boy band too. So it's this is very familiar territory.
I love that movie.
But yeah, that was the thing that everybody figured I was going to pursue. And then when the WNBA became a thing, like then all of a sudden it was, oh my goodness, yeah, Jackie was not trying to go to nobody's WNBA where they get paid $10 an hour. Like I honestly didn't have any plans after college. I just kind of wanted to get there and figure it out because I needed to figure me out, and I knew that. So to answer your question, music was not it wasn't something that was on my radar until later.
It wasn't a feasible option.
Exactly.
The anti-hero climax of how you got to be you. Ooh, ooh. Okay, who wants to take the next question from me? Go on, act like you want it.
I can do it.
I knew it. Ah, Mick, take it.
The fucking accents.
Anyway.
Right.
Why do I need a soundboard? I am the soundboard. I am saving money.
Well, I'm trying to see you like create all of the claps for an audience.
I do have it. Oh, it doesn't. It went off on the board. It just didn't sound. I'm not as smart as you guys. I'm not in the technical.
I'm dead.
Tell us about your favorite experience opening for acts like DJ Unk or T Grizzly.
My favorite experience opening. The BET experience, that's where I opened for T Grizzly and Snow Allegra that night.
Nice.
That was pretty fun. But honestly, my favorite experience of like singing with like a big name had to be like the Foreigner concert when I was 12. My church choir sang backup for Foreigner, and
that's awesome.
That was something. First of all, I like at that point I hadn't been to a concert yet. I've never, you know what I mean? I've never experienced anything outside of like church. And so to see all those people at Saratoga Performing Arts Center and they're all just like in awe of this group that is just bringing them their art, like that was something that I really wished I could do, but still was like, I don't know. That's not for me.
Is it hidden on the internet? Can we find it?
Is it? No. This is pre-internet.
Is it on VHS? Can you transcribe it?
That would be great. I can ask my cousin if she has it.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm fishing. Obviously, I'm fishing.
Make it real.
Yeah.
Right. Bring it to life.
Okay. Do you guys want to hear a song or go into more question?
Were you still elaborating on that experience with foreign?
Sorry.
Oh, I mean, okay. So we just sang I Want to Know What Love Is. We were the choir singing the chorus part. And just the electricity that was coming from that man's voice and just how everybody was reacting. Like, that was the most magical shit I've ever seen up to that point in my life. And so I think that was the thing that sparked damn, music is so cool in me, you know? And then like live performance on top of it, like that whole aspect of like being live and sharing that moment with people that nobody else is there to share other than you and whatever thousands of people, you know, that's dope.
That's definitely exciting, especially at that age. Like as far as just, you know, being in front of a crowd that big and stuff.
Wait, I have a question for everybody. Okay, so this is the question. I think it's Alicia Keys, but she said during her performance, or not, I don't know. Not that she said, but the PR or whatever said that she makes people take their cell phones and put it in a bag before they even show up at the event because she wants them to be intimate in that experience. How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, I could kind of see, because there's moments where like I don't even want to pick up my phone while I'm watching a performance, and not even out of laziness. It's just like I'd rather process it that way. The phone just gets in the way of me actually listening sometimes.
Mhm.
I also understand where she's coming from, because it's like, all that this overstimulation, and it's just unnecessary,
Yeah,
sometimes.
I mean, to like give you a real world example, recently, like I had a family trip this weekend to Boston, and I normally I Instagram it up and then drop stuff on Facebook here and there, but like I was just like, you know what? I don't want to do that. I just want to experience this weekend. I want to go to this graduation. I just want to be in the moment. I didn't even really take my phone out to like take pictures or videos for personal use, really. You know what I'm saying? Unless
Right.
different people in the family ask. So I get it. I mean, I think it's something magical about just being there in that moment and just being locked in. But like for like the younger generation, like I can see why they would want to have a video to save that moment. But at the same time, it's nothing like being actually locked in and just
Mhm.
taking it there, and that's where it stays.
Because I feel like honestly, it's one of those you had to be there type of situations. And also, like I think what she said is exactly it. It's an intimate moment. So would you want somebody like taping you and having sex? Maybe, but for the most part, like you want that to be an intimate moment between you and the person that you're being intimate with. I think that's the whole point of intimacy, is to create a moment uh, with somebody that gives you deeper understanding. And if you're not focused on that, and you're too busy, being on your phone or whatever, like you're missing it.
So I guess my question to you guys is, if you get to that, level, would you do the same thing?
What do you mean?
Like ask people not to bring their phone?
I'll never ask people not to bring their phone.
Nah, I mean, because at that point, it's just like, excuse me. Okay, so thank you. What I was saying is like at her level, I mean, she has the leisure and luxury of making decisions like that, And it's not to say that like we couldn't do that at some point, but I feel like it hurts independent artists to tell the audience what to do while they perform, like it hurts the situation in general, because we know that while the music is loud, there's going to be people talking in the crowd. We know that like while there's people enjoying, there's people that are going to be standing there and stuff like that.
And honestly, that's all part of the moment.
Yeah, and it's like the thing is that like the moment you start telling the audience what to do, they feel alienated.
It's like kids are in school when like the teacher tries to like be all authoritative and be like, quiet down. That never works. You have to. It's your job as an artist to draw them in, and that's really how I see it. Like if y'all want to have your phones, then have your phones. But it's my job to make you not want to be on your phone. Like, that's my job.
Agreed.
Logical. I knew you guys would have an opinion on this, and that is why I asked you. I knew it. I knew I was going to get an answer, so I did it. Okay. I kind of want to go into. So I would like to know what is the backstory on the song "Gone," and then I want to play it for everybody before we do that.
Oh, you like that? First of all, it was one of the first songs that I made when I got to my first duty station. The producer and engineer was Chad Johnson, also a fellow veteran, and we were stationed together at Fort Lewis. And yeah, this was pretty much the beginning of that saga. So.
The beginning of this saga. All right, everybody, we are going to tune into "Gone" by Absent Without Love. Let's do it. And action. Here we go. If we can mute our mics, por favor.
This is one production. I I took off like I'm never to return, but I'm gonna be alright. I had to spread my wings and soar and find out just what life has in store for me. So mama, pray for me while I'm gone. I'ma keep in touch faithfully while I'm gone. I had to spread my wings and soar and find out just what life has in store. Now I'm gone. Now I'm gone, now I'm gone, now I'm gone. Yeah, I'm leaving home. Said I'm gone, yeah, I'm gone, yeah, I'm gone. And my mama said, hold on, soldier, baby, I know it won't be long to you. Come on, just be strong, soldier, baby, I know it won't be long till you come back to me. Left. Your left, oh, your left, right, left, left, your left, oh, your left, right, left. I took off like I'm never to return, but I'm gonna be alright. I had to spread my wings and soar and find out just what life has in store for me. So mama, pray for me while I'm gone. I'ma keep in touch faithfully while I'm gone. I had to spread my wings and soar and find out just what life has in store. Now I'm gone. Now I'm gone, now I'm gone, now I'm gone. Yeah, I'm leaving home. Said I'm gone, yeah, I'm gone.
Thank you, everyone that is gone by Absent Without Love, aka Coda. Thank you guys for listening. I like that song a lot.
Yeah, it's a hit.
I really like
it. It definitely has that that sound. You know what it makes me think? Like, and it's gonna sound random, so I apologize. It reminds me of like when I was a teenager and watching BET. You know, like that's what it made me think of. Like when the R&B music videos would come on and like Music Box and stuff like that. So
yeah,
that's what it made me think of.
I appreciate that.
Especially because especially from that era, that's what that's where the sound was. So like definitely. I can see people who are in that demographic loving that and whatnot.
Okay, we're gonna get into the heavier questions. Who wants to do it?
Dun.
Fine, you guys give me all the heavy lifting. Ugh. Right. Would you say it's harder or easier as with them? I'm talking to them. They leave me the heavy lifting. Okay. Is it? Would you say it's harder or easier as a young Black LGBTQ member as a musician?
All right, let me do this in layers. Ready? As a Black person, nope. We're gonna take it a step back. Before that, we're gonna say, as a female presenting person, already life is hard, and then you add being Black in America. Not you know what I mean. And then on top of that, adding on my sexuality and gender fluidity, and it's been rough, mostly because we're just now getting to a place where we have the scientific explanation, not just explanations, but it's being broken down Barney style. Finally, Bill Nye did an amazing job. I don't know if you guys have been up on his Netflix series. He's still doing the thing that he did with us when we were kids. He's doing it, and homeboy, like the way that he breaks down sexuality in one of his episodes was. I wish my family had that to like reflect on when I was a kid. I will say it's way easier now than it was when I was in the military during Don't Ask, Don't Tell. It got over.
I was too.
Exactly. So you saw people getting kicked out over chapter 15, and you know what I mean? Like having to feel, that's where the weight, you know, when they're talking about like this gravitational like pull on your soul and your spirit, and like it's really just those layers of not feeling like you can be your true self, not feeling like you can be free and you can express yourself fully. And that's really what it is fear. It's fear. It's 100% people being afraid of the feminine power, and then people being afraid of Black girl magic, and then people being afraid of people who understand and hone their sexual identity, because other people haven't, and other people have not understood these things. And so it's this big scary thing. They've had these traumatic experiences, whether it's passed down from a parent who, you know, was bullied, or their way that they're if it's a southern place, you know, we already have that set up post Jim Crow, you know what I mean, situation. And then it's just a bunch of layers of suppression. And that's really what it is just a bunch of layers of suppression. And once you can understand that, you understand the game and you understand how to play it. And that's where I'm at. I'm hoping that, I'm hoping that what I'm doing through both of my bands and my personal, mission in life is to make sure that not just, because I hate it when people are like, oh, you know, we got to make it better for the next generation. The next generation, they understand, they got it, they're good. But it's our generation and above that keep telling them that they're not doing it right, and they're wrong. That's not the case. Like, update your books, update
their life being sucked out.
Exactly. It's like an iPhone 3GS telling a 13 Pro Max that it's doing the wrong thing. No, you're just way out of date. Like, that's really it.
The best analogy.
Oh yeah.
You can't get to this level. Why? Because you don't have the system updates to do it.
You reach a certain point with people where they're just out of touch and cannot get the best. Their experience is one thing, doesn't count as the whole experience for everybody.
Exactly.
You know, it's like with the whole melting pot and salad analogy. Personally, I prefer the salad. Not that I have issues with soup or anything like that, but right. We ain't no melting pot because one, we're not cheese. We're not, slicking together and forming a bond. We would be great. We'd be great if we were. We would be great if we were cheese or chocolate. You know what I mean? Like, it would be. I mean, we are the three of us. But my point is, I don't know what my point is. Point is, you feel what I'm saying.
Your point is, I completely understand your point. My thing is, we all have our own gifts, and that's individually and collectively. This whole thing of I don't see color, I'm sorry for you, because if I didn't see color, I wouldn't be able to hear the things that I hear, create the art that I create, and see the beauty in all of these colors. You know what I mean? Like, if you're too busy trying to ignore and mask differences and try to make everything the same, then you're missing out on the things that make us so dope as individuals, as cultures. You in the back.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the problem. People trying to put on the visor and act like we're all the same, one race, a human race. Like, no, we're very different, and it's okay.
Yes, that's the thing. Like, okay, I get it. Yes, we are a human race. The same way that like different continents make up the world. Cool, but let's not act like there aren't different places and different people, and you know what I mean?
Different cultures.
Exactly. If that's it, right there is different cultures, and I think we're trying so hard to like separate the art from the artist. And it's like, wouldn't be there if the artist didn't go through their life the way that the artist went through their life. And I mean that on every level. So it's like, if you can enjoy that art, try to understand where it's coming from.
Yeah, because
so what kind of cheese am I in the soup? Can I be the
From the fondue?
Can I be the really tasty brie? Can I be
We're
that
not
one?
at the point.
Sure.
We're not at the
I'm
point
more
yet
like a
where the
pepper
world
jack.
can fondue.
I'm like a
The,
pepper
the
jack.
world
Dude.
hasn't fondued yet.
This little July, we're fucking bomb ass soup, okay? By the way, this show is sponsored by Love to Host Chimichurri Sauce, aka my mother. She was tuning in and she was like telling me some notes. I was like, oh my god, my mom's watching. Anyways, my mom is watching. Hi, mom. Love to Host is a great sponsor. We got some chimichurri sauce that is now in one grocery store, and we have a special handy delivery from the guy in the kitchen, and there's more sauce to sell at the grocery store. So that's the update. Okay, sponsored by. Okay, now question. I got more questions. Okay, since we know you have worked as a solo artist and in a boy band, what is it about your style that you feel is conveyed to your audience?
All right, so
Oh, sponsored by Artisan Chimichurri Sauce.
that's the sauce. I kinda want
That's the
some-
sauce. This is the sauce, baby.
Some
Made
sauce.
by my mommy in our kitchen,
Sauce.
organic. Ese como de chimichurri. Ya tú sabes como
Sauce.
chimichurri.
Oh, you
Is
need to
that
add
brie?
some of
Is
that.
that you?
Keto, sugar-free, gluten-free, preservative-free. My mom did do the nutrient count. That was a pain in the ass. Anyone who has had to go to the FDA will realize this whole thing took a lot more work than you think. So, Artisan Chimichurri Sauce is delish. We're local in Los Angeles. We need to get two other guys over here just to try the
I mean,
sauce.
can you like send me that? Can you send me?
Right.
I will go ahead and we can procure more comments in the DMs for Mom's Chimichurri Sauce. Okay, Sprout's sponsor of my life. You know, one of the most important sponsor, really. Thank you so much. Thank you, stagehand. The show just keeps getting better. Okay.
Hand.
Random hand.
Literally,
Oh my
literally.
god.
Right. You got random hands.
I reckon it's Master Hand from Super
Master-
Smash Bros.
Super Smash Brothers, the final boss, right there.
Stagehand.
All we're missing is a projection of the shadow of the hand. That's it.
Yes.
Okay, wait. I'm so sorry. Commercial break ended. Back to questioning. Okay. Mick, rephrase what I said.
Since we know you have done work as a solo artist and in a boy band, what is your style and that you feel is conveyed to your audience?
My style that's conveyed is, it doesn't matter the setting that you put me in. You're going to get AWOL. You're gonna get Jackie, honestly. Like, you're going to see my personality. You're going to, but if I fit, you know what I mean? Like, I understand the assignment, and I played sports growing up my whole life, and I've always understood, as a point guard, you know what I mean? Like, it's not about you, unless it is about you. Right, exactly. So, like with We're All Neighbors, which is my band, amazing musicians, drummer, guitarist. Guitarist is actually my roommate as well, and they understand what the mission is, and that's a completely different setting, right? But with boy band, they understand what my mission is when it comes to LGBTQ+ communities, and what it means to me and why. And so that they get more of that side of me because of the fact that that's the assignment. And so creating with them, you get a different flavor. It's kind of like how we cook, you know, we can cook different things with the same seasoning, and it comes out dope, but it's different, you know?
Awesome. I just wanted to show everybody We're All Neighbors, and then now I'm going to show everybody the boy band. So if you guys are here on Spotify, this is where you can find We're All Neighbors. Now, so this is the name of the album, right?
Yes, the album and the band. So this was kind of the debut for the band, which was we released it under my moniker because I already had music out, and it was my project. I produced everything and I wrote it. So
okay, got you.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I'm going to show everybody the other stuff, the fun stuff. We're going to show them the other side of you with your crew.
She's going to tell you everything.
So actually, funny story. I actually put all of my projects on hold. When I saw the Instagram message of them looking for new band members for boy band. As you saw in my bio, Dahlia, growing up queer wasn't exactly easy for me. And so I always wanted somebody that was to do. Oh, really? Thirst trap? That's the one.
I'm sorry. I need this. I need this in my life. Woo! Okay, I needed that. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
Shout out to the crew. I love these humans so much because when you have never even met each other and your stories literally mirror to a degree, like you know you're in the right place. And that's what happened with me in boy band. That was always one of my biggest issues, like really fully coming into myself as an artist, was I don't feel supported in this way. And I don't feel comfortable like writing songs about dudes. And I don't feel comfortable just leaving out that part of my life because it's not honest. And so once this like happened, everybody understood. My other band members understood from we're all neighbors. I was in school at the time and I had to take some time because we had very ambitious goals. Our EP release party is June 10th. And we started this project January, but not really, because that was literally just the single. The single Ferris Wheel, we finished that song and the actual video in 2 months.
Wow.
Exactly. And then the rest of that time, from like March to like a couple weeks ago, we were working on the EP, and we got it all done. It's all done and released in June 10th. So yeah, like I literally put my whole life on hold and was like, we're going to focus in on this because this is such a passion project for me. And this has been the most rewarding thing I've done in a very long time.
I can just feel the enthusiasm, and I can feel like you guys genuinely like each other, and that shit you can't fake. That's for real.
Right.
Also,
Exactly.
I think you have 2 Filipinos in your crew. Is this true?
Okay, so Sonia, I want to say Sonia's not Filipino, but I don't remember exactly.
I wanted to.
So specifically, you can't identify the Pacific
Islander or
yes.
Someone in this crew definitely.
And
I want to feel acclimated, but you're not giving me the right answer. So
Right
now.
Kaden is Filipino. Yes.
Okay. See. Okay. I knew I was feeling. Okay.
You're not the first person I ask, which is why I should know this because Sonia explains this all the time.
What the hell?
And yeah.
Okay, so do you want me to just play a snippet from the music video on TikTok, or can I play the video?
Oh, you can play the video. You can play whatever you want to play.
Okay, all right.
This is your show.
It is. I really do think the TikTok is banging.
I love our TikToks are so fun. Like the ones that are coming out for the promo for the EP, hilarious. And I can't wait.
Where's the Ferris wheel? Where's the I just saw a cute little Ferris wheel. Gosh dog it. Okay, I'm gonna pull up. I'm doing it. All right, we are getting ready to
link in bio.
Got it. You know what it is? I think when I'm streaming, my computer just like lags. It's just like, I don't want to.
Right.
Leave me alone. You got all these people here. Isn't that enough for you?
You think the lag?
You need to update your system, Dahlia.
I need to clear my cache. You know what I mean?
She thinks that the lag is her ally.
I hate you.
She merely adopted the lag.
Okay, Bane. When did we get Bane on the show? Uh-oh. Mayday. I don't want to play without you guys. Oh no, am I doing it?
What's happening?
No! Stop! Oh, it's doing something.
It's playing, I hear it.
Uh-oh.
First it drops to the floor, you blowing my mind, so beautiful. Don't wanna just pass the time, gotta find a way to call you mine.
Okay.
We about to get comfortable, so high, I gotta stop, drop, and roll, world class line.
Okay, it was playing from the email. Oopsie. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get ready for the music video. Y'all hang tight. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, and action. Wow, this is a really nice video.
First it drops to the floor, you're blowing my mind, so beautiful. Don't wanna just pass the time, gotta find a way to call you mine. We about to get comfortable, so high, I gotta stop, drop, and roll, world class fine. Sunshine on the hourglass, what's your name, where you from, what's your sound, I gotta ask. With you it ain't complicated. You keep pulling me in. I promise to be patient with you through thick and thin. Can I tell you what I'm into? You're something that I'm into. The silly things you make me feel like I'm on top of a Ferris wheel. Can I tell you what I'm into? You're something that I'm into. Take your time, baby, I got time. I just wanna make you mine. Make you mine. I know it ain't easy to work like you do. Little Miss Independent knows how to command a room. Let me make it easy for once. Take you out to have some fun. Drive along the coastline. Hand on your thigh when we jam on the east side. With you it ain't complicated. You keep pulling me in. I promise to be patient with you through thick and thin. Tell you what I'm into. You're something that I'm into. The silly things you make me feel like I'm on top of a Ferris wheel. Can I tell you what I'm into? It's something that I'm into. Every time, baby, I got time. I just wanna make you mine. Make you mine.
All right, what did you guys think of Boy Band with Ferris Wheel? I wanna make you mine.
I was thinking, like, you know, it'd be great. It'd be great for y'all to like tour with like Big Time Rush and shit like that. That's like what I was here listening to the music, and y'all look like you was having a lot of fun. So like,
oh my god, that day that we went to film was so amazing. Well, it was 2 days, but I'm looking and thinking in my mind about the beach day, and that day was so much fun.
Okay. Okay. Question. What artist influenced you?
Obviously Kanye. He was the one that kind of opened me out of the box. You know, he was the one that was like, you don't have to be a jock. You don't have to fit into this gangster persona. You know what I mean? Because I was a nerd jock in school.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Like we didn't really have a bubble. Yeah, like we didn't really have a lane yet, you know, and Kanye kind of busted that door down and was like, hey, we can be us and be weird, and we're dope. Musically, Kirk Franklin, John P. Key, Fred Hammond. I did go into a punk phase as well, like Green Day, My Chemical Romance. Yeah, that happened. I love Green Day. I think they're brilliant and very brave.
You were so popping for that little brief period of a time. Were you guys there when they made that ultimate comeback? And they're like,
I was about to say for their comeback was a brief time, but like when they first came out, they had a good run. Like they had an amazing run. Who else? Obviously, Jay-Z, Nas. I guess for boy band's sake, NSYNC. Yeah.
Wait, not Backstreet Boys, because I wanted to do everybody. Yeah.
I'm really a big Backstreet Boys fan. I didn't hate them, but like NSYNC was my jam. And then Boyz II Men.
Wait, do you know the band 98 Degrees or 89 Degrees or 98 Degrees?
Yeah.
My song. I don't know why, but my song, and I sang it over and over and over, and people hated me, was like, "Baby, when the lights go out." Da 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 da.
That well to where I could like jam out with you.
See, I'm by myself. Whatever. I'm Sonia. I'm gonna go in a corner. When the lights. Okay, wow. All right, I am done. Wow.
More recently, I've gotten into like more Afro beats, I'd say, since like 2016. So Burna Boy, I've been obsessed with him since like 2016. I think his story, just the way that he articulates himself over a track, he's an amazing storyteller, and he understands himself the way that I hope to one day understand myself and to be able to, articulate my story to other people. And John Bellion, as far as like songwriting and production is concerned, like he's been a pretty big inspiration as well, which he also is a Kanye mentee, so makes sense. That checks out.
Okay. I have to look up a couple of those people that you mentioned. So okay, Iraq, take it.
With the themes ranging from military culture, religion, economic, and philosophical issues, which songs do you have out that represents these themes best?
Ooh, all in one.
I know. I kind of did a chunky sandwich on that one.
I've done because here's the thing. Like the WAN EP really focused heavy on religion and like philosophical issues. I sprinkled in some military culture and economic stuff. I'd say Coconuts and Validated. That really kind of Validated was more so my conclusion to the whole pandemic matter, and just how it made me feel. Just everything that was going on, from like the BLM marches to COVID and how we were responding as a country and as a globe, and what the isolation was doing to me, and just having me question the nature of our reality. Coconuts was more so a cry of like, all of this that I'm going through at the time. Let me just put it this way. Me quitting my full-time aerospace cybersecurity gig did not go well with my parents to pursue music full-time. And the aftermath of that, I was left feeling pretty alone, and I already knew what the outcome was going to be, because by then I had already realized, like, whatever I do, like, it turns into gold. And I do everything for everybody else. Now it's my turn. It's my turn to do it for me. And so I already knew like it was going to be fine, but you know, trying to make everybody else see that that's not your job. And that's something that we have to figure out at some point. But, you know, you still have those emotions of why doesn't anybody believe in me the way that I believe in me? Like, do y'all not see it? Well, all right. So that was really where Coconuts was coming from. And it all just came out in this very, very different way than I was used to articulating myself musically. This was a more punk hip hop type of EP. And as you guys heard, I did more R&B facing hip hop before then. And so I think that was where I was like, oh, I can really lay it all out in a way that everybody can understand and they can see you can't put me in a box. Which in itself, musically, a philosophical issue of what even is philosophy and whose philosophy are we buying into, you know?
Constantly the question.
Yeah.
Whose philosophy, honestly. Someone had something to say on the John Bellion. I don't know this guy. Who is John? I have to now look it up myself. Guess you guys are fangirling over John Bellion.
John Bellion. His YouTube is, if you're a musician and you don't watch his YouTube videos of like his process, I don't really like, what are you even doing?
Oh my God, I'm a fail. I'm an automatic fail. I don't know John Onion, okay? I don't know. But John Onion. I don't know. I'm sorry. I know what I have to do immediately after this. Okay, so we are down to the very last question. If you guys have anything you want to say, be sure to do it now. I'm also going to be sure to drop her gram immediately right after this. Okay, so, all right. Pick a number. No. Pineapple, pizza, or what's a good question? What's a good one?
Chicken nugget.
Okay, chicken nuggets or pineapple pizza?
Pineapple pizza.
All right, first question.
I don't trust chicken nuggets. What are they made out of?
No, I changed my mind. It didn't matter. I just want to fuck with you.
Chicken nuggets made of hamster knuckles.
You say hamster knuckles?
I am guilty.
Probably.
I don't know.
Hey, we've all consumed chicken nuggets at some point. Yeah, turkey goblets, yes, hamster knuckles and turkey goblets.
Listen,
well, how else are we gonna make this Funyun soup of America?
The way we make stuff out here is illegal everywhere.
Yes.
But it's
Definitely.
fine.
Do you know there's a flaming hot Mountain Dew?
Why? Why? Oh, she just said what I said at the same time. Why?
Who was like, this is a great idea, market it.
America.
With popcorn Cheetos, I think that's really slow. I just saw a commercial. It was a popcorn Cheeto, and I was like, "You guys are retardedly slow."
I don't even know like what makes half of the drinks that we have on the shelf don't make any sense. Four Loko didn't make any sense. When Four Loko didn't make any sense, I no.
That was bad.
There's no way.
Ryan, yes, absolutely, yes.
Okay, I guess I have homework.
You do.
All right.
I already got his YouTube open, so I'm already on it.
I'm about to do what you're doing right after this. Okay, this is the last pineapple cheese pizza question. When people listen to your music, who do they say you sound like?
It honestly, it varies by song. I can't even say by project. It varies by song and the person's musical knowledge as well.
Yep.
A lot of my music, I incorporate different like rhythms and sounds from different genres, and so whatever that person gravitates to most in my music. That's what they focus on more, and that's what they say I remind them of. And that's what art's supposed to do. So, yes.
Out of anybody, what have you gotten? I have no idea. I want to know. Who?
Rapping, of course, I've gotten Kanye flow. I've gotten Andre 3000. I've gotten a lot of weird things.
Shit, I'll take 3000. Somebody on set tried to say I look like Olivia Munn. I was like, I wish. Sure.
I haven't seen Olivia Munn in a while, so I don't know.
I don't know. I'll take it.
She played
Psylocke,
and she played Psylocke in the X-Men Last Stand movie or whatever.
Well, I was making a joke that her baby daddy is a goofy comedian-looking dude with an egghead, but anyways, outside of that, she's gorgeous. I just think she shows the egghead comedian.
I don't think so. I'm looking at her now.
Yeah, no.
I see why they said it, but I don't think so.
I used to watch G4 religiously.
I know.
So like, I think
I was gonna take it. You guys didn't need to wreck it for me, okay, Ralph?
Nah, like what I'm saying is that like no. Like we're not saying that like nah, you're
nah, you definitely know Olivia. Yeah.
No, it's more like, you know, the person that said that it's like this had the same energy as somebody who said to me once that I look like Drake, and I was just like, I don't even think I look at all like Drake. Not even in the same address, not even in the same zip code. But somebody thinks it.
You light skin with a beard.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that was.
That's what that made me think when somebody
might say Joe Budden. Like you just saw a bald head with beard. You said Joe Budden.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Like, you didn't try it.
Yeah.
So Coda, one of these episodes, Mick got roasted, but in the comments,
they called me Green Lantern.
They were like, "Who hired Green Lantern?" They're like, "When did he get green?" And then there was like one comment that was all like, "What did it say?" It was like, "Why is everybody roasting Mick?"
My question is just like, you know, I haven't even gotten a chance to cosplay as him yet. So like, you know, I don't know.
Like from Justice League, from like the early 2000s, Green Lantern.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm talking. Like Jon Stewart, like Green Lantern, not what's his name? See, he's not even that important. That's the only one that matters to me.
All right, everyone.
I was saying Common was supposed to play Green Lantern, and honestly, I wish that would have happened, but not
Common as Green Lantern. That
I don't know.
I could see it.
I
could see it.
But wait, the way DC's been doing their movies, I don't know, man.
Have you seen the Snyder cut of Justice League?
What we're not going to do is say that is an amazing movie. No, it's not. It's just
the Snyder cut. No. Not the one that was publicly released. I'm talking about the one on HBO Max.
I've seen the Snyder cut in the corner of my screen because I couldn't blow it up. Yes, I watched the Snyder cut.
Good.
And
good.
I don't.
It's not okay. Look, I will say this: given the movie that we were given, I feel like they did a decent job. I was just like, all right, I'm not mad at Aquaman just getting one-liners. You know, I'm no longer mad about the fact that, like, no, we didn't get any character development from Cyborg.
We got no character development
or the Flash.
at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna like, you know, that's what happened in the movie. I was just like, all right, now we talked about Cyborg's dad. We talked about those issues. We got there. We lived through his trauma. The other movie they completely skipped over that. Not enough parademons. Not enough parademons.
Okay, here's the thing. I think I'm just spoiled with Marvel teaming up with Disney and Disney understanding how to tell stories. I think that's what my problem is now. Is I just, if you can't tell the story to me, I don't. The only reason I'm still going to see DC is because I am a DC fan. That's the only reason. That is it.
Special effects, some CGI.
Mm-hmm.
how we just went from her to whatever that was. I don't know how that
I
happened.
don't even
Because
know.
I'm an anti-hero. Harley Quinn. Hashtag.
Okay, all right, anti-heroes, all people included, Joe DiMaggio's, Marilyn Monroe's, and people that make up the soup. This was a Music Monday with Make Familiar, IREC, and Coda. Thank you so much for joining us. And that's right, stay woke or not.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.